Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Today we are discussing about mediator pattern. In previous classes we are discussing about the behavioral patterns. In previous class we discussed about chain of responsibility, command, interpreter, iterator. Now another pattern in behavioral pattern is mediator pattern. Today we are going to discuss about mediator pattern. Coming to know about the mediator pattern is used to reduce the communication complexity between multiple objects. This is the basic thing behind the mediator pattern. This mediator design pattern is used to reduce the communication between multiple objects and classes. This is the basic thing behind this mediator design pattern. Coming to the introduction of mediator pattern is mediator design pattern is used to reduce communication complexity between multiple objects. This pattern provides a mediator class which normally handles all the communication between objects and supports easy maintenance of the code by loose coupling. The mediator is the communication center for the objects. When an object needs to communicate to another object, it does not call the other objects directly. Instead, it calls the mediator object whose main duty is to route the messages to the destination object. To understand this definition, let us see the example for this mediator pattern. Let us see an example to understand the explanation in clearly. In example, I consider 4 objects, object A, object B, object C and object D. Here we see the 4 objects, right? They are object A, object B, object C and object D. Here object A want to communicate with object B, or object B want to communicate with either object A, C or D, or object D want to communicate with A or B or C. Suppose these 4 objects wants to communicate with each other. How they do is, here each object will call directly to another object. Object A wants to communicate with B and B should know the reference of object A. Using that reference, then object A can call an object B and sends messages to object B. In the same way, if object C wants to send a message to object D, then object D should know the reference of object object C. Using that reference, this object C can call the object B method and sends messages to object B. So in this way, the messages has been sent and communicated between these objects. So based on this, the coupling between objects is more, and that means the tight coupling, and the lots of objects known each other. Suppose here we have only 4 objects, so it is easy to know and write the code. Suppose if we have thousands of objects, if we consider thousands of objects are there, and then the thousands of objects want to communicate with each other, and write coding and maintenance of code is difficult, and writing code to the thousands of objects and maintaining of a code is difficult. To solve this problem, to solve this problem, we are going to introduce a mediator design pattern. Each object has to send messages to the mediator, and this mediator receives the message from the different objects, and it will be route messages to the different objects. It will take care of handling the messages and routing the messages to the appropriate object. For this kind of scenario, we will use this mediator design pattern. Here what we can do is, we introduce mediator in between objects. Every object has to send a message to mediator. mediator is the responsible for sending and receiving the messages, and this mediator will send the messages, route the messages to the destination object. Suppose A want to send a message to B, then A sends messages to the mediator and mediator sends the messages to B. In the same way, the communication will be happen in between these objects. In such a way, we communicate between the objects. By doing this, we can maintain objects. That means we can couple the objects. Coupling the objects will be less, and the tight coupling will become as a loose coupling, and the maintaining will be easy by using this mediator pattern. Based on the above explanation, based on the above example, let's define the let's see the intent of a mediator. The intent of a mediator is define an object that encapsulates how a set of objects interact. Mediator promotes loose coupling by keeping objects from referring to each other explicitly, and it lets you vary their interaction independently. So, coming to the motivation of this mediator pattern. Coming to the motivation of this mediator pattern is object oriented design encourages the distribution of behavior among objects. Such distributions can result in an object structure with many connections between objects. In the worst case, every object end up knowing about every other. Let us consider an example. I consider the example of implementing of dialog boxes in graphical user interface. A dialog box uses a windows to represent a collection of widgets such as buttons, menus and entry fields as shown here. Often there are dependencies between the widgets in the dialog. For example, a button gets disabled when a certain entry field is empty. Selecting an entry in a list of choice called a list box might change the content of an entry field. In this, we are seeing a different dialog boxes which have different dependencies between widgets, and we can avoid these problems by encapsulating collective behavior in a separate mediator object. A mediator is responsible for controlling and coordinating the interactions of a group of objects. For example, let us consider another example for this. I considered here another example for this mediator pattern. I consider here a font dialog directory can be the mediator between the widgets in a dialog box. A font dialog box director objects knows the widgets in a dialog and coordinates their interaction. It acts as a hub of communication for widgets. Based on this, let us see the sequential diagram for this, how the interaction diagram will be for this based on these objects cooperates to handle a chance in a list box selection. I consider here a client and a font dialog box, a list box and an entry field, whereas a font dialog box will become as a mediator and a list box and an entry field become as a colleagues as an abstract class. Here the succession of event will be that can be done by using this list box selection passes to an entry fields. Here the list box tells its director that it's to change. The director gets the selection from the list box, and in the same way the director passes the selections to the entry field, and then now that the entry field contains some text, the director enables buttons for initiating an actions. Let us see that how the director mediates between the list box and the entry field, and the widgets communication with each other only that can be indirectly through the director. Then they do not have to know about each other, all they know it's the director. because the behavior is localized in one class, it can be changed or replaced by extending or replacing these classes. Let us see another example for this. Here we see another example for that, how the font dialog directory abstractions can be integrated into class libraries. I consider here dialog directory, widgets and font dialog directory, list box and entry fields, whereas this dialog directory will become as a mediator, and this font dialog directory will become as a concrete mediator, and the widget will become as a colleague, and the concrete list boxes and entry fields will become as a concrete colleagues. Here dialog directory is an abstract class that defines the overall behavior of a dialog, and client calls the show dialog operations to display the dialog on the screen. And this create widgets is an abstract operations for creating the widget of a dialog. Widget changes its another abstraction operation. Widgets calls it to inform their director that they have changed, and the dialog director subclasses overrides create widgets to create the proper widgets, and they override widgets changes to handle the changes.